I was getting nervous before every single show. I had horrible stage fright before I got up and would do stand-up. I used to think it was less embarrassing when I would tell the stories and be like, before my Just for Laughs audition, I went backstage and I threw up. But the truth is I wouldn't throw up. I would have explosive poops.
Yes.
But I felt it was more masculine to be like, I threw up.
Yeah.
Like, I got wasted, I threw up. I don't want to be like, I have a sensitive tummy. So I need running to the bathroom.
I need some Tums.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not a good look.
Probably this guy after all that cocaine, right?
Yeah.
Vinny.
Doesn't that get it moving?
It's hard for you to shed that. But you still get nervous when you do shows? Is that what
Always.
you're saying? Still, even a show like this, you're nervous right now? And then when do the nerves go away?
Never.
So you're nervous right now.
Nervous right now.
Don't do what you typically do before a show right now, please.
Yeah. Well, and you know what it is I've always told this to Gerald and to everyone else who also works there. Is every single time you do a show, I say, assume that is a 100% new audience. And you sort of learn this when you're coming up through stand-up because you'll be doing like 6 shows, you know, Thursday 2, Friday 2, Saturday 2. And you can do really, really well 3 and then you bomb because you get a little overconfident.
Yeah.
That is a new group of people who are not familiar with, you haven't built any momentum with them.
Right.
So I always want to make sure that people are getting their money's worth. You know, there's so much content out there. And sometimes we work in an industry where, yeah, it's about investors or it's about advertising. Those are all fine too. But I think true north should always be the audience and what it is that they want and how you most benefit them. And long term, if you do that, I think you'll end up doing well. But, you know, I'm not really a business guy. I'm not like you. I was looking, when we were doing research here, I always prepare. This guy is like, he's like the Monopoly guy.
What do you mean by that?
I don't just mean his house now. Like this guy is like crazy wealthy. Good for
He's
you.
done all right for himself.
Yeah, he has
I'll
done
say
all
that.
right. Yeah.
You want to say a few words for yourself? Or
Listen, but you know, it's crazy that you're saying the nervous thing because Tyson also talked about that. You know, and some of the best athletes talked about that.
Yeah.
Were prior to it, and it is a quality of a great one. It's not like you know, some people are a little bit more calmer when they go in. You know, you see, remember like Fedor used to fight Pride. You go and they're like, this guy looks like he's
about to take a nap.
He would bring it all the way down, and
Yeah.
Kobe would go very ice-like, and that was his style. But there are some that's the other way around. Either way, you ended up, you know, having.
Remember George St. Pierre when we had him
Same
here
way.
I don't know, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
He would get so nervous.
I was
before a
always
fight.
afraid of my up on that.
Yeah.
Yes. But
How dare you talk
Steve,
about him like
I'm
this?
a stand-up too, and I've done 2 specials. I've been on Kevin Hart's special. I think if you don't have that, like,
But some guys don't.
They don't have like zero. I think they're lying.
He's
bro.
right.
The
Though.
people
Some
aren't.
don't have it. No,
They
no,
don't
he
care.
is-
They're
Some
no,
people
it's not
don't.
They don't care.
There
Who
are
are
some
those
people
guys
who
that don't get nervous for a big audience?
I don't know. I've been
That's
around
crazy.
him. I mean, a good example is like Chuck Liddell when he would fight. John Halcombe was like, he just doesn't get nervous.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get nervous. But I've always been that way. So
Pat, do you get nervous ever? Like you speak on massive stages. You don't get nervous on podcasts. I already know that. But even when you go on stage, when you're speaking in front of big audiences,
I don't know. I don't know if I do at this phase. I don't know if I do at this phase.
So that settles it. I guess he's not a great one.
Yeah. Well, no,
It's
Mr. Mediocre 100 millionaire over here.
but I would tell you there are certain times you may, depending on what the climate is.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.